Welcome back! My name is World Undone, and here we are with another episode of Disco Elysium. Possibly the last. I'm sure you guys will be able to see if it's the last before I do. I have no idea how much there is left in this game. So, first thing we're going to do is just a very easy thing. We are going to talk to the dice maker. Tell her, hey, there's some seriously bad mojo in here. And we are also going to equip our flashlight. And should be up here. Wait, was there something here? Yeah, there was. What? Where are the clothes it used to display? What, the mannequin? I don't know.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I have more questions about this building.
I'm listening. Good. I hope it clarified things a bit.
Yeah, not really.
What else?
I think I found the actual source of the curse.
I thought we agreed that the curse isn't real.
It's a bit more complicated than I first thought it would be.
I'm listening.
It does sound a little too preposterous. There is a 2mm hole in reality located in a church on the other side of the canal. I think it may be related to Pale.
Excuse me? A 2mm hole in reality? This can't be true.
I'm afraid it is, ma'am. Sona Lukanen Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, made the discovery.
Sona is involved in this?
She appears to take this in while the chatter from her headphones continues unabated.
So it's even worse than I thought. It's not just the commercial area that's cursed, it's the entire world.
She looks outside the window where daylight has filled the yard.
I guess the least I can do is check up on Sona, see how she's doing. In any case, thank you for stopping by. It's good to have an answer, even if I can't claim to understand it fully.
You're welcome. And let's try to pass this shivers check. It may be the last time I get the chance to. So, God, it's early in the episode to start cutting stuff out, but here I am cutting stuff out anyways. I'll be back. And we are back after changing a few of the items in our repertoire.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
A gust of cold
Nice.
sweeps through the chimney. The stones and minerals on the shelves rattle as though agitated. For a moment, it almost feels as though you're outside the building, exposed to the atmosphere.
A curse is real, and I figured out why it spared you.
Didn't we already talk about this?
It's because you're not in the same building as the others. This isn't technically the doomed commercial area.
What are you talking about? My address is exactly the same. Rue de Saint-Guilain 10.
No, the old coal plant that used to be here was subsumed into the new venture. Its ruins swallowed up. Yet it has a different address in the heart of the city.
No, this used to be a coal plant. You're in the chimney of another building.
This doesn't make any sense.
She looks around the makeshift nest that she has carved out for herself, bewildered.
Are you saying my business was spared because of a technicality? Where is this coming from?
Let's just say I have my own methods. Unusual methods. Methods of entirely changing my wardrobe in front of people.
And what? Does it mean that I'm safe from failure?
Pretty much.
Don't let her become complacent. She still needs to ward her soul against the evil forces.
No one's ever really safe from the failure.
She starts laughing, her fingers trying to rub away the exhaustion from her face.
What?
Do you know what this is?
She raises her hand to reveal a piece of metal shining on her index finger. Looks like a regular piece of jewelry to me.
It's a mourning ring. I made this when my first company failed. It was a small jewelry shop right here in the East Delta Commerce Center, built with the little I inherited from my parents. I drove it into the ground within a year. I didn't have what you would call a viable business plan.
Why are you telling me this?
It wasn't just the jewelry shop either. I always thought that it was just the world that you were supposed to try again and again until you finally succeed. And now you're telling me what? That it was all because I didn't run my little shops and ventures from a dump inside an abandoned chimney?
Yes, coincidence is all that safeguards us.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the entire world that's cursed. It's such a precarious place. Nothing ever works out the way you want it. That's why people like role-playing games. You can be whoever you want to be, you can try again. Still, there is something inherently violent even about dice rolls.
Trust me, I'm aware.
It's like every time you cast a die, something disappears. Some alternative ending, or an entirely different world.
She picks up a pair of dice from the table and examines them under the light.
But anyway, thanks for sharing your theories, officer.
I'd like to order a die from you.
Of course. Tell me what you have in mind.
Something to help with my work.
I think I have just the right one for you.
She opens the top drawer of her work desk and takes something out. 2 polyhedrons, red and blue, are cradled in her palm.
Police colors.
Because I'm a police officer, right?
Not the most original, I know. But sometimes the obvious choice is obvious because it's best. Here, catch. They're a gift from me.
Aw.
A beautiful woman tossing you a gift. Whatever you do, don't overthink it.
I'm totally overthinking it.
Mr. Smooth
Hey.
moves. You snatch the dice out of the air with one hand, just like you're in a movie.
Awesome. I'm gonna wink.
Oh, what are the odds? The red one is made of bloodstone with a lapis lazuli inlay, and the blue one is the inverse. I believe these dice are your lucky charm, officer.
She winked back at you. Can you believe it? You truly are Mr. Smooth Move.
Ladies, calm down. There's enough of me to go around.
You definitely need luck in Martinez. Was there anything else?
Nope, nothing else. Alright, so, items. Dice. These 20-sided dice have the colors of a police alarm. Bloodstone for red and lapis lazuli for blue. If you roll them and squint your eyes, it looks like you're arriving on the scene. And it's raining. Note, look at the map tab in journal to see which white checks have opened. Yeah, I thought this might be an actual thing. So, map tab, you say? Lots of them. Pile of clothes. Oh, yeah, I remember what that was. Maybe it would be a good idea to talk to that guy again. I got some decent bribes out of him last time, I remember that much. What's next? Oh, wait. Is this Emma's atelier? What? Emma? Wait, who's Emma? Wait. Looks like the remains of the 24-hour window shop. Yeah, sounds about right. Poor animals, no rest for their bodies after death. So goeth we all. I'm not gonna try the barbells. Oh, Plaisance, how many years has it been? Let's talk to your daughter first.
Hi, Ace Detective.
Alright, see you around. Anyway, I'm gonna stop beaming my flashlight into people's eyes. Plaisance, there's something you should know about this place. I don't know if you're ready to hear it.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Plaisance, I have something to tell you. I found the actual source of doom.
What do you mean, the actual source? Are you talking about the third presence?
Oh, I sure am.
She remembers. Good.
My investigation has led me to discover that a 2mm entropinetic hole in reality. That's the source of doom, both in the commercial area and in Martinez.
What?
A tiny hole in reality. It may be connected with Pale, an origin point of sorts. It would explain why historically so many things have ended in failure here in Martinez.
Ma'am, what he's saying is true. We found an anthroponetic anomaly in the small Pinewood church down the coast. I don't mean to be an alarmist, and more research is needed, but it's not looking good.
But that's not in any of the ancient texts. How am I supposed to protect my bookstore from that?
Well, there's a few good options here. You can't protect it not against Pale. Close up shop and try to get as far away from this thing as possible. You can protect it with hope by refusing to give up. So people have done in the past by building a church, a place of worship around this thing, or you'll have to find your own answer. You can protect it with hope. We'll Nagigiro Komaeda this.
You're right, officer. I mustn't lose faith, especially now that Annette is finally settling in at school and making friends. No, we can't just leave. Besides, didn't I have some celluloid hope catchers round here somewhere? I must find them. Everything will be all right if I can just find them. Thank you for your help in any case. You're welcome back here anytime.
Farewell for now, book peddler. Farewell for now. Okay, look at... Remember how long this list of tasks was? Okay, more beauty to the wall, murder weapon, spirit is eternal, figurines to Dolores Day. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm supposed to do with either of those. I don't really want to take on la responsabilité. We still need to determine where the shot came from. But before that, I think it's finally time. No, it's not time for karaoke. Not yet. Not yet. It's not the proper time. Wait a second. Hello? Where's your friend, Gaston?
Officer, care to play a game with the lonely old man?
Gaston? Is everything alright? Your friend Antoine?
Actually, never mind.
Or Rene?
Wouldn't be the same.
Where's Rene?
The prick is gone. I can barely believe it. But he's really gone.
What? Hold on. No, this is just a bit.
He is trying to retain his jolly facade, but the underlying sadness casts a deep shadow over his wrinkled face.
Gone where?
Hell, most likely. He was an absolute Kent.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. Rene! He I'm coming to join you, Elizabeth. He really came and joined her. How did he die exactly?
His hungry little heart finally gave out. The dock workers found him in the guard booth this morning. Wasn't even supposed to be working for another week, but he just had to prove how tough he is.
Did he feel like he has to prove he can still pull his weight? Doesn't need handouts?
Yes, he was about to head home, 'cause when the dock workers found him, he was wearing civilian clothes and not the Kuketu uniform I saw him in all the time. Sometimes I thought he was wearing it just to piss me off. Now the joke's on him, 'cause he's gonna be buried without it.
Do you think our conversation about his job pushed him to go out there?
No. Rene was the most stubborn man in Revachol. Nothing you or I could say would ever push him to do anything. The man was completely immovable.
I'm a little heartbroken, I'm not gonna lie. That Rene is just dead. For nothing. Alright.
He has doubts, but right now, he just wants to move on and not think about it.
Was he really that bad?
I repeat, absolute Kent. Even his old army buddies didn't want him around. He was like an old viper. The only people who could stand to be around him were Jenny and me. She saw something in him when we were just kids, and she never lost sight of it. And I thought if the most beautiful being in the world can love him, then there must be something worth holding on to.
Did you love him?
We've hated each other our entire lives. So much, in fact, that...
He falls silent and looks at you, eyes filling up with tears.
Yes, I loved that angry prick. He didn't deserve it, but I did. You know what his last words to me were?
Tell me.
In Guillaume's time, you'd have been shot without a trial. That's what he said to me. He lived a Kant, and he died a Kant. Let's leave it at that.
Well, classic Rene. Here, something to remember your friends by.
Let me see. This was 60 years ago. We all went to that parade. Young Rene looked so happy, and Jenny...
Eyes blurry with tears, he has to stop.
I'm sorry, officer. I just... Thank you. Thank you for this little memorabilia. It really means the world to me.
That was nice. A small thing for us, but invaluable to him.
Aw.
He probably didn't even know Rene had the photo.
Well, what can I say? I'm just trying to get everything sorted. It might be my last day in this universe. I offer my sincere condolences.
Yes, we are both very sorry for your loss.
It is what it is. Part of life, really. But to know someone for 79 years, then one day they're just gone. I just don't know anymore. About anything, really. But you must need something.
Too bad he's gone. I was hoping to ask him about Maybells.
Rene wasn't really what you'd call a botanist, officer. And believe me, he didn't like Insulindian lilies.
Wait, Insulindian lilies?
That's their old name, dating back to the time of kings and crests, and all that other stuff he loved so much.
Why didn't he like them?
There were many reasons, but mostly it was the communals. They called them the bells of revolution. I guess in the end, the Insulindian lilies were just another piece of the whole Insulinde. The royalists had to surrender to the Mazovian insurgents. It doesn't really matter anymore.
I see. Man, I'm sad now. I wanted to ask you about the Union again.
Officer, I just can't do this right now. The Union, it just doesn't matter anymore.
Fair enough. How about Rene?
Yes? What about...
Yes,
It is... I just don't know it.
Whew. I was not expecting that. Oh, there is one thing we have to do here. A very important thing. We have to get these jackets. Jackets, where are they? Oh, these are only white... white checks. This is a red check, isn't it?
Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Half-light, huh? Half-light, huh? Well, I'll be back. Alright, for some reason the fawn clothes are really good for half-light, so we've got a few of them on. How's our chances now?
That ride is fuck. Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Well, I might as well use all these skill points I've accumulated and level up my half-light before going into this.
That ride is... Hey, piss. Look who it is. Shrunken cophead material.
Wait for the airplane to pass. We gotta get these jackets. Oh.
These guys aren't scary. You're not scary. I have nothing to work with here. It's either begging or bullying. Or both. Just ask them, maybe.
Gentlemen, I need your jackets.
Why?
Look at the shit I'm wearing.
Yeah, like you said, total shit. What about it?
My clothes make me sad. I need to fun it up.
The lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
Please.
Fine.
Yeah!
Fuck it. Here.
It's true. Wow. I did not see...
Fuck that. You're not getting mine. My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
no he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
Wait, world fucker, you got a rich dad?
No. He's like a volunteer lawyer. A total bitch. Cites law and does dishes.
Right.
You know what, cop? Fuck you. That's not what this is about. You're not getting my jacket.
Fuck him. We don't need his rich dad jacket anyway.
Alright, fuck it. We don't need the other one. You said you're more of a kind of guy, so I got the jacket for you.
I'm not wearing that jacket.
Why not? You could really raise hell. Go undercover. Hard.
I don't think this case requires us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think the jacket will be useful at all.
Still, it's good to know that we have it, should the need arise.
The need will not arise.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. don't like confrontations, that's all.
Yeah, they're never gonna be skulls. Alright, so let's take a look at my new jacket. +1 drama, -1 authority. Wait, I'm a detective? Yeah, there it is. It's beautiful. Let's change... Well, you know, we gotta put this on. Come on. There it is! Ah, absolute legend. Alright, let's change into something a little more sensible. Put this on, put this on, and, oh, put our classic tie on. Gloves, let's put on the Fairweather. Alright, it's a little better. So, what else is there to do? There's sing karaoke, obviously, and we can talk to Cindy the Skull, try to get the paintbrushes from her, but that's another red check. But at the same time, like, when else are we gonna get the chance? Who knows, man? What other stuff is there? There's gotta be other stuff, right? The map. Yeah, none of that is important. Bar door. Oh, I don't think that's a real thing anymore. I'm not gonna steal Gaston's sandwich. Let's see. I forget what the wash basin was all about. So there's Rene. Well, we're never gonna get that check again. The pile of clothes. Oh yeah, the pile of clothes. We can probably do that. This Classier with Volition. Oh, and the cargo container door, Rhetoric. Yeah. Alright, sure, we'll go to the cargo container door as well. But first we'll talk to Cindy. Wonder if the communist is home. We could try talking to him.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Alright, conceptualization. Let's change. Be right back. Alright, so we're back. Not sure if this is enough, though.
Why does art inspire you so much?
It does, yes, but what is art?
Excellent question. Art is a diverse range of visual, literary, auditory, and performative creativity. It's an expression of imagination and technical skill. Additionally, it's history, criticism, and pure enjoyment. In short, art is the highest form of human communication, representation, narrative, emotion, and agency intertwined.
Would I fit into the art world? I mean...
Have you looked in the mirror lately? You have the exact features of a savage art critic, with that beard and those clothes. Disheveled and prophetic. Perhaps you should try to critique architecture too.
Hold on, is architecture also art?
Of course not. It's autism.
Oh god.
Box drawing. Masturbation with a ruler and a sextant, or whatever they use. You should demean and criticize the genteel institution of architecture, while extolling the virtues of the pure arts.
Wait, what about music? Is it art?
Only the most experimental kind.
I guess I have been feeling critical lately.
Yes, you seek substance. No vapid representations and reproductions of social mores as made manifest in stuffy biennials. We're talking real, living art here. Become the art cop. Half art critic, half cop.
Wait, but don't I have to be 100% cop to get the case finished and all that?
Quit being so indecisive. What are you going for here? Some kind of indecisive and camp aesthetic now? Strike a bold shape here. Go art or go home.
Okay, if 50% art critic is what's needed to free me from rote repetition, so be it.
Exactly. It's not only your duty to only catch the criminals off the street, you must also
God.
apprehend criminals of the printing press and the gallery, the trite and derivative artists and writers of the world. Go ahead and provide savage criticisms, art cop. The world is yours to rip to pieces and reassemble.
Gotcha. Good to know. Actual art degree, huh? I can't even look at this shit. Okay. Wait, what? The worst one, the most savage and brutal, the art cop. Alright, let's see if
Hello
I have
again,
any
officers.
chance. No chance at all.
Come to admire.
I would need double 6 to pass that. I think maybe I need to finish the art cop thought before trying it. But either way, I just don't have the chops. So put this on. Everything else looks appropriate enough. I think I'd prefer to put on some better clothes, though. Alright, so c'est la vie. It is what it is. So what's next? Oh, I'm gonna go to the shipping container and talk to Ifrart. So that's gonna take a while. I'll see you guys when I get over there. Oh, it's the racist lorry driver again. Got anything new for me?
Looking for something odd?
No, yeah, because we already figured out the whole deal with the lady driver, I think we're done talking to him. Thank God. God. I didn't think it was possible to be worse than a scab.
How can I help?
But he managed to somehow be worse than a scab. Measurehead is also still pretty bad. No heroes in this story.
This is the night watchman's booth. The name on the door reads, Rene Arnaud. Rene left his uniform neatly folded on the table. Take it. It's just there. Who cares? It's not like anyone's gonna need it. Generally speaking, it would be dishonorable to take it. But then, it looks like a military uniform, and wearing that is very honorable. So, a conflict of honor, it's up to you.
I'm taking the uniform.
I suppose Rene is not going to be needing it anymore. It's a bit too colorful for my taste, though.
This is gonna take my shit to the next level.
Fantastic. Try not to wear it with other similarly colorful clothes, okay?
Oh, I think I just might. So what do these clothes get me? Ooh, reaction speed. And Revacholian nationhood. God, does this get me like fascism? I do like reaction speed though, especially because... Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me. I'll just keep the fallen pants on. It just looks absurd. Also, I picked up all the tear off camera. Faster, please. Okay, so finally we get back to this cargo shipping container. So what do we have
You're
here?
back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here.
Rhetoric impossible, huh? No meaning to the word impossible. Nope, I got nothing for this.
You're back before the cargo container. Its drawer has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Interesting. So the dice I bought helps with this check.
Despite the dirt that
Wow!
surrounds and trails you, a beacon of light emerges from deep within you.
I think that was my first double 6 roll I've gotten so far this game. Hello, is there anyone in there?
The door stands silent.
Satisfied, detective?
A wry smile crosses the lieutenant's face.
Try again.
If there's someone in there, I'd like to talk to you.
Just like that, you hear a click, then a rattle. Some mechanism unlocks itself inside the door.
Not laughing now, are you, Kim?
Ahoy! Come on in!
Well, I wasn't expecting that. I can tell you that much.
You can't be serious.
Oh, I'm serious. What is this thing? I need an adult. What am I looking at?
The man stands at the far end of the shipping container. It's hard to say anything more about him. You cannot make out any of his details, but you do feel the overwhelming presence of capital.
Mega rich light bending guy.
The feeling causes all the hairs on your body to stand at attention, like soldiers preparing for review.
I'm gonna squint or
Something's
cover.
amiss. The light beams bend around his face and scatter in 1,000 directions. It seems the laws of physics do not apply here. They are suspended, distorted, and echo. Trying to visualize the physics at play is liable to give you an aneurysm. Don't think about it too hard. In the general stillness, only your tongue moves, flickering as you utter.
What is going on in here?
Welcome, welcome. Not too much actually. Just pleasantly surprised to have company today.
You can't hear him exactly, yet you're able to understand every word he says. It is very strange. An overwhelming hum covers everything. Voice doesn't escape from him.
Now, what can I do for you, gentlemen?
What you can see of his body appears composed in a sharp summer suit and yacht shoes. Who are you?
Who am I? Oh, I haven't been asked that question for such a long time. I don't meet a lot of people outside my circle these days. Anyhow, my name is Rustam Diodor, investor, license holder, and extremely high net worth individual. And you are?
Mr. Diodor, I am Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi of the RCM, and this is my partner.
Aria Dubois.
Pleasure to meet you, Harrier Dubois. I must admit, the name suits you very well.
How did you become so rich?
Oh lord, not this again.
What's the matter, Kim?
Oh, nothing. It's just that we've got this murder to solve, and yet you go around asking everyone about money. And every time I ask, are you sure this is related to the case, you say, sure, Kim, I think it is. And yet, it never seems to get us any closer to solving the case.
It's quite alright. I'm used to the question by now. To be blunt, I inherited my fortune from my grandmother, who herself was an extremely high net worth individual back in Graz. All I did was take her fortune and invest it prudently. Believe it or not, it takes more than a bit of skill not to blow a vast fortune on sailing boats, bad choices, and unsupervised state policy.
Okay, of all the things I was expecting inside this shipping container, it sure wasn't this. What's it like being an extremely high net worth individual?
I gotta tell you, at first, being rich is a lot of work. You've got to work hard because everything's so darn expensive. You know, prices increase exponentially at this income level. But then, once you've reached my position, it's nearly impossible for me not to make money. My assets are so diversified that I'm bound to come out ahead no matter what.
You ever hear of a depression?
Some of my lower net worth friends say to me, but doesn't that take all the fun out of it? And I tell them, not really.
It's great that you've done so well for yourself, but don't you think you owe some of that wealth to the rest of society?
Sure, and they benefit when I buy things to stimulate the economy. Do you know how many jobs it takes to build and maintain a racing yacht?
Hundreds?
Dozens, at least.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, all those
Of course, in the future
options
it
seem
will
too
be
much.
automated. But my point is this.
He says, jabbing his finger into the air a bit.
Every man gets what he earns. It's the height of tyranny to take that from him.
Right.
Capital makes one speechless, does it not? Blinds like the sun that rises from beyond the horizon after a gloomy winter.
So are you just able to bend light because of how rich you are?
Hey, all this talk about money has made you lose the thread. What is going on with the light in this place? That's what you need to ask him about.
There's something strange about you.
What do you mean?
His essence seemed to signify actual surprise. Well, I don't know how to put it. You look, somehow, a little different.
Are you talking about my chin?
No. I mean, I can't even see you. It's as if something is happening to the light.
Oh, that's what you mean. Yes, I've heard of this effect, though I've never witnessed it myself, of course. It has something to do with our Weiss-Wiesemann coefficient.
Or what?
It's some statistical thing. In essence, it says that when an extremely high net worth individual, some of the laws of physics cease to apply.
Okay, I was not expecting that. So we're just so low and you're so high. Are you telling me that you are so rich that light literally bends around your face?
Among other things. But calm down. I'm but a lowly single-digit billionaire.
Really?
No, not really. There are actually quite many digits.
Kim, are you seeing this weird stuff?
I see nothing of the sort. To be frank, all I see is a gentleman who's unusually well dressed for Martinez, in a cargo container, which I admit is odd.
Oh my god! Look at all that money I've accumulated all of a sudden. I was about to say, oh yeah, I've only got $28 to my name. Wait a second. So I have, let's count this out. $15,755,010.
Yes, I imagine that does look strange to you. My container.
I'm just so poor. Okay, what are you doing in this container?
Traveling. This is a great way to get around. It's fun, it's safe, and it gives me lots of time to think. By the way, let me now ask you a question. Where are we exactly?
Lots of options here. We're in Martinez. There's a pretty good hostel here called the Whirling in Rags.
Oh, interesting. I've made quite a few real estate plays over the years. It's a shame I can't get out and explore myself. One of the downsides of being an extremely high net worth individual is that mobs of low net worth individuals are constantly banding together to ask for money.
Wait, why don't you help them? You've got so much money, it can't make a difference to you.
There simply aren't enough hours a day to hand out all the handouts. It's like feeding seagulls. There are always more, and they never seem to do anything interesting with it, except more seagulls.
Yeah, right. I'm sure people just being able to survive at the basic needs is not very interesting for a mega rich guy like you.
Spending money is a matter of desire. I'm sure you agree. I don't have the desire for spending it like that.
So you travel from place to place via shipping container.
Smart, you know? It also provides a means to hide from all the targeted advertising we extremely high net worth individuals are constantly subjected to.
Well, I do hate advertising, so I guess that does sound pretty bad.
Luxury yachts,
Okay, never mind.
portable radio systems, bail-proof outerwear, and so on. It just gets a bit middle class after a while. A bit bourgeois.
That does sound pretty tiresome.
Don't get me wrong. They're nice things. But once you achieve a certain level of wealth, your time and mental space become much more important than material goods.
He speaks from the heart. He has very different problems compared to low net worth individuals such as yourself. For example, no problems at all.
Well said, empathy. Very easy. Good. Now that we've sorted that out, let me ask you something else.
Go right ahead.
You're a rich investor, right? Can I have some money?
Could you please stop asking everyone for money? It does not reflect well on the RCM, and to be perfectly frank, we can't afford to look worse than we already do.
But Kim, I also can't afford to look any better than I do right now. That's why I need the money.
It's perfectly alright. Based on your appearance, I can tell I'm dealing with a smart man.
Yeah, what appearance do I have exactly?
As you may know, us high net worth individuals do have a lot of cash on hand. Investments and liquidity are enemies of one another. I think I only have coins for coffee machines. Here is 3 real. How much can you get for this?
Thank you for your kindness.
You're welcome.
Oh!
You know,
His eyes narrow. The light seems to bend more aggressively.
maybe you can make that money grow. Come up with an investment plan. How's that sound?
This is a proposal, not a question.
We should get back to our investigation. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for stopping by. If you ever have an idea you want to pitch me, I'm all ears.
And I've gotten $3 more out of the 15 million. Autosave, huh? Oh, and now suddenly I'm back to normal. I just like gained money by being in his presence. That was That was incredibly strange. I don't know what that was. Oh, and we can talk to Leo about everyone around here. That's an interesting idea. Well, why not? Container, container, container.
Oh, hey, mister. I knew. No trouble at all, mister. No trouble at... Mr. Everett doesn't really want me to talk to people about union guys. But who did you want to talk about?
Tell me about this Edgar guy you keep mentioning.
Mr. Edgar is Mr. Everett's brother. He looks a bit younger, he does. But a very smart fellow. Very smart fellow indeed. He's away on some union business. Not even in Revershaw, they say. All kinds of places he visits. Him and his brother both do when they're on a vacation. Right now, it's Mr. Everett's turn to look after the union. But last year he spent a whole winter in South Africa. Left with the first autumn rains and didn't come back before the trees were green again.
Yeah, this, you know, I think the game is like self-aware, but like he's not. This was a very short conversation in the Disco Elysium world. Like the conversation I just had with Denoid was much longer than that. Tell me about Manana.
He's a union man through and through. Good guy. He's very calm, laid back, doesn't do much, talks to Everett sometimes. Honestly, I don't know what he does for us, but it must be important because everybody likes him. Yes, they do. I think that's what he does. He makes everyone feel a little better.
Tell me about Measurehead.
Whoa, he's really something. He doesn't talk much to me usually, but when he does, I don't really understand most of what he's saying. Actually, I don't think he would like me running my mouth about him like that.
Don't worry, Leo, your secret's safe with me, because I'm not really planning on talking to Measurehead.
Once he said he's a dragon to this mob fellow who came picking a fight with some union men. I think he really believes Jean-Luc was a dragon because he ran right off. Another time he almost killed another guy, but I shouldn't talk about that.
Oh, you shouldn't?
Whoa, once he said he's a dragon to this
Alright,
mob
Titus.
fellow. Oh, Titus is a longshoreman through and through. He was born on a boat, they say. His veins are probably filled with salt water, I tell you. Nice, friendly sort, old Titus is.
Tell me about Everett.
Not. I mean, I could, but I don't think Mr. Everett would like it very much. You better ask him yourself, mister.
If anything, the ever-present smile on Leo's face gets even warmer. Tell me about Rene.
The night guard. He was a peculiar fellow. Headstrong and proud. We didn't really talk all that much. He died recently. Something with his ticker.
Very recently. Tell me about the guy in the container.
Who do you mean, mister?
He's rubbing his nape and looking at you with childlike innocence.
You do realize he might just be a figment of your imagination, right?
Well, Kim saw him too. The fancy guy in a suit in that container over there.
I don't know anyone like this, mister. Maybe he's one of Mr. Everett's fancy friends. He knows all kinds of fancy people with suits and purdy carriages.
I'm reminded of the end of Animal Farm.
He really feels very uncomfortable discussing matters related to Everett with you.
Alright, I want to talk about something else.
Sure, mister. What can Leo do for you?
Okay, I'm out. So, Everett, this might be our last conversation. Maybe not, but maybe. Wait, what just happened here? Here we are.
So, the ship has sailed. Did you see it? I know you did. Tell me, what did it look like as it grew smaller and smaller when that mainsail dropped behind the horizon? Did it look like a germ? Did it look like a piece of bacteria?
You get a sinking feeling.
No, it looked like a boat sailing away from the coast. No need to be overly dramatic.
You wanted us to relay all this information to her.
That this is a takeover? That I want a war? God, I heard you also told her about the drug trade. They absolutely hate getting their hands dirty with that. You can kill 1 million people, but if you do something the police doesn't like, well, then you're out of the yacht club. Goodbye, you inhuman fuck.
Now I know why you've been so forthcoming.
No, Harry. What we have is real. We're working men. This here is real.
So this was your plan all along, for me to relay this information to her.
Harry, I can't see into the future. We are all playing by ear on this planet. I had no idea she'd react so strongly.
But you did want me to relay info to her.
I did. I knew the negotiations would go better with police officers telling her horror stories from inside the harbour. It's scarier this way. Turns out it was a magnificent strategy. I never thought it'd so fundamentally fuck her up.
You've got quite the potty mouth these days, Everard. How do you know she left?
Harry, I bugged her cabin.
Whoa.
I bugged her whole boat. I had cameras surveying her boat. Hell, I even wanted to bug that thermal cap. But my boys advised against it.
They must have done it while Joyce was busy questioning the locals.
So, you've been listening to our conversations all the time.
Not me personally. I had guys recording and processing this information for me.
The Hardy Boys.
Hell no! They'd fuck it up. They can't do anything right.
Is that so?
I mean my real boys. My special task force boys.
Where are these boys?
They sure as hell aren't hanging out in the open with beers in their hands for the cops to question. They're pros, Mr. Kitsuragi.
Alright, well, I guess that's fair. Sorry, there's a bit of a race going on outside. You used me.
Harry, you made a conscious decision to relay that information to her. You could have kept it for yourself.
But she told me a beautiful story about the discovery of the Insulinde.
Of course she did. Rich people have the best stories. About all the interesting things they've done and seen. All the beautiful places they've been to. It's just sentimentalism. She can afford to be sentimental, and she can afford to lose as well.
But she said she's insane, like me.
She's not insane. What did she tell you?
His expression betrays extreme skepticism. She told me she's overradiated from pale transit.
No, she's not. She's a sentimental alcoholic. They all are. Never take a drop and you'll be 8 laps ahead of those upper-class winos. Just like old Mr. Clare here. Try it. You'll be a real super detective.
Actually, I've walked the path of sobriety for a while now.
I can see that, Harry. Alcohol has left its marks, but you're doing better than when I first saw you. Rich man is shitting himself. The working class sober.
So, what's gonna happen now?
What was always going to happen? We take the harbour and she fucks off to Ozon, uncorks a bottle of wine, calls her partners, and says they need to distance themselves from this nasty business before the big shit spinner splashes everyone.
I thought you said that you didn't know the future.
Only difference is the Union doesn't have to lose 2,000 men to machine gun fire.
Look, I just want to do police work.
Yes, of course, Harry. That's why you went to her and relayed every little thing I told you. You knew something. Something big. And you wanted to see what happens when you tell someone. So you told her. Anyone who's ever been close to power will tell you. Inside information is the sweetest thing in the world. It's better than money. It's better than pussy. Money only makes you special for some salesmen. Pussy only makes you special for yourself. Information makes you special for all mankind. It's the ticket to history. Right on, Harry. What you did was participate in history. When history calls, you have to pick up. You had no choice. None of us ever do. A hard disco cop like you, I knew you weren't one to resist temptation.
You know what, detective? I am going to leave this out of my reports, and I suggest you leave it out of yours too.
Just look at the 3 of us. The 3 careless boyaderos. Good times, good times.
So what now?
Now there's a whole lot of work to do. For me and for you. I suppose there was a reason you came here, so let's get to it. What can I help my best friend and comrade with today?
Lots of good options here. Remember the container I asked you about? Turns out there's a mega rich light bending guy inside.
Mega rich light bending guy? Oh my god. How did that get in there?
He's so rich he could get in anywhere.
Damn it to hell, Harry. I specifically told my guys to check all the containers for mega rich light bending guys.
I think he wants to take down the proletariat, Everard.
Honestly, Harry, we might be moving a spot of drugs through this harbour, but I won't be caught transporting the light-bending mega-rich. I have a reputation to protect.
Yes, the transportation of the mega rich should be more tightly regulated. Didn't seem like he was safe.
You're a fucking idiot, Harry. I love it. Thank you for sharing this deep, idiotic part of yourself with me. A hallucinating market liberal. I love it. So poetic. I shudder to think what you're going to tell me next, Harry.
Look, my gun.
My. She's quite the looker, Harry. You can't imagine how pleased I am the two of you are reunited. Tell me, was it difficult to convince the pigs to give it up?
You could say that. She tried to kill me.
I told you she was a piece of work, Harry, but I knew you could handle it. I know my special policeman. Anyway, I'm glad you're all right and armed again.
Alright, I did it, Everard. I turned it off.
What?
The shady brew. You told me to make it even shadier. I didn't. It had alcohol in it. Now there's no alcohol.
Did I? Well done then, Harry. I like not knowing about it, and I'm sure you made the right call. I spend the whole day delegating tasks, and it's a great relief to see people taking initiative. I don't even want to know what all of that means. Brew, shady, alcohol, turned off. I'm gonna let the world surprise me.
Yeah, I've been dealing with a lot of surprises this episode. I've just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
He refuses to discuss it further. It's probably just a small nuisance to him. Not even a speck of anger in his voice. That's that then.
Okay. Questions about the harbor.
I'm always happy to educate and entertain you, my friend. So, what's on your mind? Very nice. Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorm. By all means, Harry.
Alright, I think we're done with Mr. Clare. Finally. Once and for all. As fun as he's been. Alright, so what else is there? Mirror. Man from Hjelmdal. Pile of clothes. Oh, we might as well check out the pile of clothes. We do have the composure. And after that, I think it's about time we get some serious stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna cut some of this part out, and I'll see you guys when I arrive there. I still can't believe there was a guy that was so rich that he just bent light by me even interacting with him, and that I was so poor. I wonder if I appeared normal to him. Questions for the ages, I suppose. Ooh, Frita. I actually... Hello? 3 T's, how idiomatic. What, are you just noticing this for the first time? Frita? Alright, we have a bunch of tear to drop off, so we might as well do it. I wonder if she has anything new to say.
The tear machine stabbed. Your bottles clunk into the...
Is this about the...
Alright. So I can talk to Gart. Maybe about the door that we've explored? Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Hey, was there something you needed?
Gart, I saw another thing at the whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
Gart, what if I told you I got into the back room, behind the blue steel door?
Oh, okay. Well, I did hear you make noise back there, so good for you.
You control your excitement well.
It takes a lot of willpower not to ask. Obviously, he's been wanting to know what's behind the door.
Aren't you gonna ask me what's back there?
Okay, what is back there?
Pinball machines. A pinball workshop.
Ha! I knew it. I've always wondered where those machines by the door came from. And they told me there was some kind of pinball thing here too. I knew it. Were there any back there? In working order, I mean.
Why, do you want to play? I might be up for a game.
No, I was just wondering if you found pinball machines there.
Thinking of turning this place back into a pinball arcade?
No, but we could diversify the entertainment options, seeing as you've opened the door back there. The machine we have in the corner now is broken. It wouldn't hurt to get a little life in here, other than the hellish karaoke machine. That one's always causing trouble.
I'm sure it is.
Those numbers he's adding up, must be making good sense to him right now.
Alright, there's something else. Goodbye. Karaoke will happen later. In fact, it may actually happen never, but we can't just perform karaoke to an empty bar in the middle of the morning. No. It's gotta happen in the evening. So what was the next plan? What was the next thing? Oh yeah, the pile of clothes. That check reopened back up, so I might as well check it out. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, I've finally figured out what's causing this weird thing. If you press caps lock, it turns the auto run on and off. Did I just imagine something? This whole game is imagining strange things, like light-bending millionaires. Oh, I'm sorry, billionaires. Wait, I walked past this guy. Here it is.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes, keep saving that economy.
Save the economy? That sounds off.
Ooh, +2 half-light. Save the economy? What are you talking about?
Haven't you heard, officer? We've got to be economically conscious. Recycle your cash, keep it in circulation. Don't buy new things. Buy eco.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Why exactly does the economy need saving?
Look around, officer. You see all these premium goods
yes.
just sitting there, not getting bought. We've got to keep the flow of goods moving. Is this really the economy we want to leave to our children?
But I don't have children, I think.
Too bad, officer. Kids make it all worthwhile. Without kids, who's going to be around to enjoy the economy? Don't let me stop you. Open the box and browse a little.
Okay. First, let me see if I got anything that helps composure. Just my snakeskin shoes as usual.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer.
No good.
Snake
All you
eyes.
can come up with are some treated wool pants. You can tell they're too tight around your thighs.
No luck? Why not take another look, officer? Keep supporting the economy.
Alright, I'll get the itchy pants.
You won't regret it, officer.
Alright, one more thing. I might as well level up my composure a little bit more. Boom. What's this?
Hear that? Magnesium. That's what you're lacking. The lack of magnesium has you slouched.
So there's a lack of magnesium in me.
Yes, and it's critical. Look at yourself. You're practically devolving into a fish due to the lack of magnesium in your bloodstream.
So I need to maggot sideways?
Sideways? What are you talking about? You need to maggot up. You've probably had 2 heart attacks and a minor stroke already. And the only prescription is insane amounts of magnesium.
I need to stop thinking about this. Ridiculous.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep browsing those clothes, keep saving that economy.
Okay.
No good. All you can come up with are
Gotta
some
be
treated wool pants.
kidding me. Alright, well, time to talk. I think leveling up my composure opened up the check with the guy again, the smoker on the balcony. Martinez. I think.
Hi again, gendarme.
It's the sports.
Nothing.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Alright, well, that was certainly something. So, now what? Okay. There's a few more things that we should do, I think. In fact, let me just actually save the game here. What we should be doing right now is looking for the places where the shot could have been shot from. So, let's take a look at our journal here. Determine where a shot came from. We checked the boardwalk. Then there's Land's End. Where is Land's End? This might be another thing I have to cut out so much of, because I'm just going to be exploring the wasteland for who the hell knows how long.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Maybe the assailant climbed the comms tower and took the shot there?
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
The lieutenant looks up, raising his collar.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
Maybe the campfire was used.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year.
He looks around. To warm his hands. I thought we were dealing with a female primary suspect.
Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out biddable prime, was it?
What about the cigarette butts?
Those? A smoking assailant who favors Tumutiri to Astra or Joanne? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for all men.
Still, you felt it was important enough to make a mental note. That means something. You didn't pay attention to any of the other cigarette butts on the coast.
Look over the water to the whirling in rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, through a thick snowstorm melting flake by flake in the waves, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
Go to horny jail. There was another thought bubble around here, too. There it is. Make a mental note. Tio Motiri seems important somehow. This relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay. Barely. Right, so we've checked Land's End. So now it's time to check Island. What the hell is Island? Island. Alright. I may need to do some serious searching here and then come back once I have an answer for me and everyone else. Shot couldn't have come from here. Trees block the way. Okay, good to know. Island. What is Island? Maybe we're fast traveling too much and it's actually just this platform here. Doesn't seem like it though. Do we just have to have like the thought bubble pop out at us every time we go around looking for something? Pick up some terror. Nope, not talk to Kim. As much as I love doing that, he doesn't seem to have much to say these days.
A drop in temperature, an easy flow there. An empty street. Before you, a thoroughfare unjammed with lorries. No more drivers smoking on hitch steps. Just silence.
What did the smoke smell like?
Chemically sweetened. Across the road, a forgotten bus stop. Corrosion has opened a hole in its roof. An elm tree watches over the building. Its branches are dripping with rain and snow. The road is smooth and motley. Craters filled with a black asphalt. The asphalt, first laid, is grey already. A row of tenements are under construction in the distance.
Who are the people who live across the road?
A tub warm with water, white with soap. A man bathes while radio waves transmit the lottery numbers. 4, 18, 21, 4, 1.
What about the bus?
A modern washing machine rattles a drawer full of silverware.
Stop.
Number 312D. Young girls used to come here, huddled up, hoping for more warmth than their thin coats give them. The bus took them to school. It has not run for 8 years. There were not enough girls to sustain its cost.
What about the road?
Craters pocked the surface. Children played in them, until heavy trucks full of black pitch rolled in. The landowners have filled the craters with money. It is a vital artery of the flow of trade. There's one bump on the road. A dead dog lies flat about 200 paces away, right at the turn.
A dead dog?
Tragedy comes from the wheels of a fast RCM vehicle, hurrying to work. The cold washes over you. The sound of the sea has grown distant.
That's enough.
The wind moves the aerosol. A detective stands behind the boom barrier. A breeze moves a curl of his hair.
Kim, did you kill a dog on the way here? Or did I kill a dog on the way here? Look, somebody killed a dog. That's all I know. What I don't know is what this island is. What it's supposed to be. Oh? Oh, I know what this is. That's our entrance to the building. That's what we'll use later when we go back in there. Later might be getting closer to now. Oop.
There's no way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. All attempts to pry them off have failed.
Can I try to get in, though?
Not this time. The opposition is insurmountable, but I like the spirit. Have some points. It's lonely and cold without points.
Hey, I like points.
And dangerous. Dangerous too.
Kim, you think she's in there?
The suspect? God, I hope not. I can't see a way in, though many have tried.
Nothing more to do here, then. So no one is able to figure out how to pry off wood from doors? Whatever. None of my business. I'm still... because I haven't... the island. What island? Let me check the map. See if there's something I can actually see here. Island. Is that it? How do we get there? Alright, I'm gonna try one last time to check it out. There's gotta be a way. I've gotta mark this off. Cross it off our to-do list, essentially. There's nothing here. There's nothing here. Nothing to interact with. Nothing at all. Is this really the only way to get to the island? I don't know what else it would be, though. Alright, we've really got to explore. Let's head back to the waterfront here, if possible. No, it's not possible. Alright, we'll take the long way around then. Went to the village on the coast, officer. See you there, Joyce, says a note on the post. Wait a second. I haven't looked through here, have I? Not yet.
This coin-operated viewer is facing why place a tourist attraction in the middle of such poverty.
What's a tourist attraction doing here?
There was a revitalization project in 49. A design studio tried restoring Martinez to its pre-war glory. It didn't stick.
What happened?
They got as far as the street lamps and that statue on the intersection before something went sour. I suspect it was Evrard doing. He muscled them out. It's how it usually goes around here.
Gotcha.
The lieutenant adjusts his collar. It's frisky outside.
Let's insert a coin.
Your money disappears into the coin slot. A clunk. The ring of metal.
Let's pull the handle and look inside.
The curtains on the display open. You lean in to catch the view. It's blurry. Different blues and greens. In the middle of the shimmer stands a drab grey shape. Like a ghost.
Let's turn the knob.
The lenses shift. The ghost sharpens into an islet in the bay. In the ruins, a man-made structure is visible. A half-sunken sea fort. Its concrete almost reconquered by nature. It looks as if it was abandoned quite some time ago. Nothing but a rotten tooth remains of the anti-aircraft tower. A lonely birch tree grows out of it. Its leaves ripped from it by the winter wind.
Hang in there, little one.
The little brave birch tree seems to wave back in the wind.
There are ruins of some kind of building in there.
Really? I don't have the eyesight to make it out.
Could the shot have come from there, then entered the window upstairs, the whirling in rags?
Can you tell? From this distance? I don't think it's possible.
It's not. The details are blurry. There's water vapor in the way, and waves cut into the islet.
Alright. So, is that not enough? We have to check the island. Check the island. It doesn't seem possible, but... oh well. That one was already gummed up before I even got the chance to view it. Alright, is there anything else I can do here? Look for Ruby on the coast. Union and cryptozoology business might end when you do. I still know how to offer figurines to Dolores Day. Alright. So there's a whole bunch of stuff about to happen in the game. Because I feel like I'm totally out of options here. I can't find the island. So I'm gonna try to talk to the girl. No. Now that I've looked at it through the scope, there should be another chance. Another chance to try to travel there. That's all I can believe in. There's nothing here. Nothing at all. How am I supposed to even get over there? I have no idea. Alright, well, before I really start continuing with the game here, I need to take a quick break to grab something to eat. And just use the bathroom and all that, because I get the feeling things are about to go down, and I'm too hungry to really focus on all that fun stuff. So I'm going to take a quick break and then come back, and we will see what we will see. Alright, we're back. I've had a little bit to eat, and I've used the restroom, so now I think I'll have my head a little more in the game for what comes next. And what does come next, I really, really don't know. But I do know we should try to be prepared for it as much as we can. Put on this bad boy and put on the gloves. But that's not all. Let's see, what else is there? Pain threshold half light, sure. Got the Felon pants on. Anything else that would be good for a potentially violent conflict besides a gun? Shoes. Yes, Franco-Nigerian cavalry boots. Well, I'll keep the necktie around as well, just in case the blue bottle of liquid ends up being helpful in this particular scenario. Who knows? Certainly not me. But anything's possible. So we know where we need to go. It's just a question of what's going to happen there. And is there anything else I can do? And for the record, I can't think of anything. I was hoping maybe while I was chowing down, I'd be able to think of something I could do. Alright, that's some sort of buggy thing. In order to access the island or figure out what to do about the island, I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out. So, here. Back into the creepy zone. One thing I should equip here is the flashlight, rather than the crowbar. And let's get a move on. Wait, not here, here. Right, we have to go the long way around. Well, here goes nothing. Let's save, really save. And go onwards. So what's up over here? It feels strange. A concrete pipe buried in sand and dust. Sure, I'll take some money. And some more money.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice.
Well, this is the first time I've met Ruby. And we are not doing so good.
It's like 1,000 radio stations are being blasted into your head all at once. But her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Says the shadowy figure by the machine. What is happening to us?
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
As she says the word officer, you feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways.
We're not going to cover them.
That's an awful decision. Why would you not want to shield yourself from it? It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
What's happening to me?
I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner...
Pale latitude?
The explosion of static you're hearing. It's the ULAN frequency.
Oh, that's where it comes into play.
Blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
I saw your equations. It's the ULAN frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
Ooh. Oh.
You should probably check on Kim. That's what good partners do.
Right behind you, officer.
Eyes closed, the lieutenant is doubled over. He's still alive and breathing.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale. Literally crunch the distance across it.
I forgot to talk to the pale driver, but that doesn't matter.
Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
So, what we are experiencing is a concentration of radio waves.
He gestures towards something with great effort.
Precisely. This is an industrial strength paraboloid. It's meant for forcing dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world. At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
Strange. How did you get your hands on this thing?
I built it myself.
She nods towards her torture device.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that.
I think we are, Kim.
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
She studies her death ray and the law officials trapped in it. Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end. It may take a few minutes for you to steady yourself, though. It's a bit like waking out of a very confusing dream.
Okay. Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
You're looking for a deal on mattress.
Free!
Might have to put an epilepsy warning on this episode. The lieutenant clutches his head, grimacing.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
She steps reluctantly out of the shadows. The pain lessens.
The gun she's carrying is a 2-barreled front loader, not like the murder weapon. Well, it doesn't feel much better, but she can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
How did you know we were coming?
I heard you in the passages, and I've been preparing for quite a while.
By hiding bullets under floorboards?
So you found my shack, huh? I'm not surprised.
Aren't you?
Her tone is bitter. She thinks she's been betrayed.
She didn't rat you out, by the way, Isabel.
So nice. That's one knife I didn't want to find in my back.
Preparing for the worst.
I was. Before I caught you in the pale latitude compressor. I'm fine now.
It was dark in the shack. The waves outside had calmed down. She looked at the loaded gun. Then she cracked the barrel open and took the bullet out. Not today.
Did you shoot Lily?
No, I didn't do it. I only helped stage the lynching. Though I doubt that makes much of a difference to you.
So she says she didn't do it, and she doesn't trust you. Is it you specifically, or the citizens' militia that she distrusts?
Who ratted me out, by the way? Was it Titus? No, he wouldn't have broken first.
Girlfriend, huh? You're right. Claudia was the first to share her suspicions. Was she, though? Girlfriend. Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what this is all about. Claudia.
Nah, she didn't crack. She's a survivor. If she told you anything, it was to save herself. But she couldn't have known I was on the coast. How did you find me?
Titus told me. It took some convincing.
Oh, fuck. Took some convincing my ass. And those guys liked me, I know it. This is what happens to people whom people like.
A dull despair is creeping into her voice.
How the fuck do the rest of you get by?
Wait, wasn't it you who called me the human can opener? It's not personal. I opened them up.
I did, didn't I? Now you've come for me. Pfft. Fuck them all the same.
That did make her forgive them. A little.
I do it by asking questions, and I have some for you.
Like what? I already told you I didn't do it.
Would you say that Lely was a likable person?
I didn't like him. Hardened mercenaries aren't particularly likable types.
Did you feel protective of the Union?
Yeah, sure. And I didn't like Wild Pines sending in those foreign hirelings. Me and a fuck ton of other people around here.
She didn't hate it, okay?
I have other questions.
I'm listening.
Do you have an alibi for when Lely was shot?
Man, I was with the boys the whole night. I hope they at least bothered to impress that upon you.
There were 10 minutes they couldn't account for.
You mean the length of a toilet break? That wouldn't even have been enough time.
Our investigation has shown that 15 minutes was just enough time to commit the murder.
Wow. Now I'm curious. Please, explain.
Look, there's a secret way from the first floor of the whirling to the roof.
Don't know it. But also, the shot couldn't have come from the roof. Or we would have all heard it downstairs.
She has a point there. No one mentioned.
That is a fantastic point. Why didn't we think of that? The pain stops him from finishing the sentence.
That didn't go super well. You've got to lay something better on her.
Okay, you have a gun.
And?
Where'd you get it?
The gun store.
What gun store?
Trigger Happy Jacks.
That doesn't sound like a name of a real store.
What did you think? That I'm going to squeal on my gun supplier? Sorry, I'm not that kind of gal.
I see it's a front loader. Do you have another gun somewhere?
Sure don't.
A breech loader?
No.
This is such a wipeout.
I can't quite tell. What kind of gun is it?
A Noctway 80 front loader. 2-barreled. Not really what you were looking for, I'm guessing.
Not really.
That isn't it.
Do you collect guns? Maybe old rifles?
No, they're not practical. Break too often. Yeah. Evidence.
Do you like to hang out on rooftops?
Who doesn't? Oh, you probably mean Claudia's rooftop. Sure, I've hung out there. She's got this great antenna.
Is that the only reason you hung out on the roof?
The view's pretty bomb, too. But you might say the antenna was the main attraction there, yeah. Along with Claudia.
What's so great about her antenna?
It's very powerful. I used it to tune into RCM frequencies. That's how I knew to be prepared for your arrival.
Okay. You're sure you didn't shoot the merc from the roof?
Yes, I'm sure. And anyway, as I said before, the shot had to have come from afar.
Did you leave any flowers for Claudia on the roof?
No. Gifts of flowers and candy aren't really my style.
They weren't just flowers, they were symbols of revolution.
So now I'm leaving revolutionary symbols around? Come on.
But Claudia was mourning.
I never did understand why, when someone dies, a hothouse's worth of flowers has to die too.
So you didn't leave Maybelle's?
No, I did not.
You're running drugs for the Union. I've been through your lorry.
So, Heart of Gold Tommy fucked me over too. Never trust a musician.
Yeah, I hate that you had to find out this way.
That really comes as a blow to her.
Yeah, I made him talk.
Yeah, that figures. What now? You're going to arrest me for drug trafficking?
You have financial incentive to kill the merc.
Man, it's to get away from all that murderous shit that I left Jamrock, my previous employer, for the Union.
Kim, you got something to say?
I got lucky being a dispatcher. Never had to do any of the really dirty work myself. This gun has only been used for self-defense against serious scum.
She turns the knob down just a millimeter.
There. It's going to be easier to reach the machine now.
But you're threatening us with it.
Based on what I've heard about you, you are serious scum.
She responds, holding your gaze.
There's a sinister note in her voice. Even with the gun and the compressor, she's afraid of you.
Okay, let's take a step back.
Yeah? Where?
More questions before doing anything.
Okay, who killed the merc if it wasn't you?
How should I know? As I keep saying, he already had a bullet in his head when I got to him, and there hasn't been any useful gossip over the radio.
Those rings around her eyes, her tired voice. She's been staying up late, listening in on the conversations crisscrossing Martinez.
Police radio? You've been following the case?
Who hasn't? You know, I can still see him there, in Claudia's room, lying on his side.
So were they together? Claudia and Ruby?
He was still warm, but the bluish light coming through the broken window made him look as though he'd been dead for a good long while.
Okay, so tell me your version of Sunday night.
She eyes you warily, as though gauging your sincerity. She's refusing to adopt the demeanor of a cornered animal, a leader with no one to lead. She still wants to retain some control of the situation.
It's okay. We just want to...
All right, don't kill yourself over it. I was shooting the shit with Hardy and the boys over a few beers, like always. Then Claudia comes in, all pale and shuddering. She sits down with a drink, trying to steady her nerves. So I grab a seat next to her.
Wait, did she also seem high to you?
Oh yeah, super. But I didn't think too much of it at first. I'd seen her party hard before.
Claudia said you knew something was wrong immediately.
No, I really didn't. She's not that easy to read. I just assumed she'd done too much blow. It wouldn't be a first for her. But no such luck. She was in some deep shit. She asked me to come upstairs. The merc she'd been going with was lying on the bedroom floor, dead. I knew she couldn't get the authorities involved, so yeah.
You made it look like he'd been hanged.
Pretty weird that you came up with this plan right on the spot.
What? No. Faking a lynching was her idea.
We're getting some conflicting testimonies here.
She looks shaken. She wasn't surprised to be ratted out, but framed.
Her idea.
Yeah, in cold blood. It really surprised me how quickly she was able to get a hold of herself once we got up there. It was like she was another person. The party girl was gone. She asked me to help her drag him into the shower so she could wind the shower head around his neck. to fake lividity. Then she dressed him while I went to get the Hardy Boys.
Man, this is, well, I don't know who to believe. Because Classy is just so darn good at lying. And if she already took her passport and everything from the boy, she might be long gone from here.
Classy knew exactly what she was doing. You can't remain calm under pressure otherwise.
That's bad that she'd be so calm.
Yeah. I wasn't sure whether to admire her or be disturbed.
Do you think she killed Lully herself?
As I keep telling you cops, we didn't hear anything downstairs. No gunshot, nothing.
But even if this is true, weren't you worried this lynching might lead to...
War? The thought crossed my mind. But the mercenary's death was going to have repercussions either way. Although the way things are going, fuck it. I'm not responsible for these people after what they did to me.
If you didn't kill him, why hide?
I saw you roll into town. I wasn't about to stick around for questioning by a goddamn La Puta Madre agent.
What do you mean, La Puta Madre agent?
Yes, you. Everyone says you're his peon, his human can opener.
Oh, well, that's not good to hear about myself.
Through the sudden sharp pain in your head, you hear the lieutenant mumble something to himself. Fucking hell. And while you hear through the white noise. It's especially bad suddenly. Felt like a vein exploded.
Who's everyone? How do you know this?
Everyone in Jamrock. The cops, the criminals. Why do you think I'm holed up in here with a goddamn death ray waiting for you?
If she knows that about you, she must know your real name too.
Tell me, what's my name? If you know that about me, you must know my name.
Harry Dubois. One corrupt motherfucker with the disco pants and a funny tie. Agent to La Puta Madre.
She does know.
Did someone mention a fucked up tie? I call bullshit! You're too crazy to be corrupt!
You've got a point there, necktie which I'm conversing with.
So she knows your name. That doesn't mean you're on the tape. Criminals make up bogeyman stories about cops all the time. All of this just means that you're effective. Criminals know you and are scared of you. I don't know. Sounds pretty convincing to me.
I've heard of him. He's dangerous, right?
Is that a joke or a threat? I'm guessing both.
I lost my memory recently.
Yeah, sure.
She doesn't believe you.
I'm sure La Puta Madre himself will explain it all to you soon enough.
What did you do to this Madre anyways?
You've been to my lorry. You think the biggest player in Jamrock appreciates competition? And now I have Harry Can Opener in my lair. Fucking Titus.
I thought we had an agreement, she thinks. This was not supposed to happen. She's not going to change her mind that easily. She still perceives you as a threat.
Do you know about the bunker next door?
What bunker?
The communist hideout back there.
Don't know anything about it. No one's been around since I set up camp. But I'm sure I'm not the first vagabond to...
Oh god.
Keep calm. Breathe in. After the pain recedes, it's a little clearer.
Let's do it. Oh, phew. Wait, you're just gonna let me walk over there and destroy it?
You did it. The compressor lies broken on its side. It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
You okay, Kim?
All good, officer. Be careful.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
Oh, fuck it.
Oh, shit. What are you doing?
Problem solving.
Kids, you might want to look away.
Ma'am, put the gun down. That's not the solution to your problems. You are...
Oh, yes it is.
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you?
Why am I standing here like an idiot?
Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain.
But she doesn't
Her
deserve
finger squeezes the trigger now.
to die like this.
A smirk crosses her face, as she watches you stand there, mute. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her head, and pulls the trigger.
Well, she must have meant all that stuff about me being a dirty cop.
You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
She killed herself. I failed to talk her down.
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens on this case, believe me. You can't let this break you.
This won't be the worst thing that happens on this case?
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
It's our fault.
We are cops. Everything is our fault if we let it be.
Okay. Okay. What do we do now?
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent there.
Well, that seems like a good a time as any to stop the episode. Thanks for joining me, everybody. There was probably a better way that could have gone down. It didn't, but there probably was. So, thanks so much. Maybe in the next episode we'll finish up this game, but I'm really not sure. I guess Tommy Lahan was right, and Isobel was wrong. Alright, in the next episode, we'll keep playing. I'm World Undone. Thanks for joining me, and take care.